Oh, nice. Hello there. I'm on the site of former RAF Upwood.
This one's good, and that one's alright.
Because you're going to be on YouTube, so you might as well name yourself.
Sophie.
Sophie.
Megan.
Sophie and Megan from Luton.
There you go.
Just having a look around. I'll just see what's left before it's bulldozed forever. A lot of this base is gone already. So it looks like the airfield's over there. So what will that have been then? Is that a guard room? That looks like a guard room.
It does look like a guard room with pork sharp front. No, I'm not getting that guard room feel. What
No.
it is Naafi shop.
Naafi shop.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
The Navy, Army and Air Force Institute was a shop and welfare facility for members of the armed forces here at Upwood.
So we've got, there's a lot of like H blocks. Yeah, there's a rifle range over there, so we're going to go check that out. Yeah, we need to check that out as well. I thought that had been demolished. I'm sure I've seen a picture of that getting knocked down, or...
Boiler house.
Yeah.
It looks a bit, look, big chimneys out at top.
Yeah, they're knocking it to bits, aren't they? Oh. This must have been really big because there's still a lot left, isn't there? This is what Paul was saying. He said there's a lot left, and I thought, nah, there won't be.
Yeah, Paul's right over there now.
Yeah. Yeah, but he's scoping it out for us though, isn't he?
Yeah.
Saving us time, yeah. So they started knocking this down, look. This is what I've seen, they've pulled the boilers out.
Yeah.
They started pulling all the plant away.
Yeah. There's the old valves and whatnot. That would have been for the oil tanks.
Yes.
It would have been oil fired heating, and it's a bonded area, and you can see the V blocks on the concrete tanks would have sat.
And pre that, before they built this, look, this is a ramp where they would have dumped the coal off.
Yeah.
Before they dumped the oil off, because they would have backed up there, dumped the coal into this, which would have been the coal hopper.
Coal hopper, yeah.
And then they've converted it to oil at some point. Yeah?
If you really want to challenge, there's a ladder inside that tower.
Cool.
Okay.
Platforms and everything. You get all the way to the top.
Wow, man. We'll have a look. Cheers.
Should we go around the other way? Are you already climbing in?
Yeah, I'm okay on this. Yeah, as long as it's solid. I don't think this is going to move, is it? That bit might.
That bit might. This bit won't.
Hard in, easy out.
Yeah.
Or is it hard in, soft out?
Yeah, hard in, soft out.
I'm alright, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just for that wire.
Oh, yeah, I wouldn't have been alright. I would have tipped over that. Down again. So the boilers would have been in here. They've stripped the boilers out for scrap content. They look like they've been quite modern boilers as well, judging by that flue.
Yeah, it's twin wall flue, so they've been upgraded at some time. Can't see any gas pipes at the moment. Oh yes, of course there's a big yellow pipe there that says, can't see the gas pipe.
So it's been, so this has been coal, then oil, then gas.
Convert it to gas.
So it's had all three types of sort of modern fuel. Look at the size of the header.
Yeah.
They've been big old boilers there, haven't they?
Big old boilers then.
Yeah. Full of cast, so they've scrapped them.
Pump room. So
This is getting stripped for demolition, isn't it?
yeah, it is. Yeah. Yeah, you see where the gas acts through all pipe work.
Yeah.
So where's this ladder he's on about?
Might be on the outside.
In that tower on the side, perhaps?
Yeah, perhaps. Indeed, perhaps.
Folks.
Stop saying folks. What's that? One of the girls did point over this way. She was like, I think it's over there, but The kids, they don't know.
No, and then
So that looks like a blast wall. That's all I'm thinking. But that looks like a fire station. Like at the airsoft place.
backup generator.
Yeah, I bet it's in there, that ladder. In that tower.
Oh yeah. Cool. I don't think we've got time to be attending up there.
Nah.
So we'll get out of it.
Yeah, I'm not a steeplejack, and what we see up there you'll see better on Google Earth anyway.
Yeah, there is a ladder in here, yeah. Oh, it's a long way up. There's staging though. There's staging for a rest. But I've climbed enough ladders today.
Yeah, you have actually, yeah. That is a long way up. Nah, I don't fancy that if I'm honest. Are the hangars dead as well then?
Where there?
Oh, nice. So these have got the bunkers in. So these are similar to another air base that we've been to, RAF Luton, and they've got bunkers built into the H block layout, which up until then we hadn't seen before. Usually the air raid shelters are not part of the building, because if the building gets hit you get sealed inside. So that looks like a sergeant's mess. To your left, Dave. Yeah, so we'll check that out later. They've pulled all the... that looks ready for demolition as well. They've pulled all the guttering off. Very similar layout, isn't it?
It is, it's a very similar layout to the other one. It's in fact it's exactly the same. There's some bases up where we're from and they've got exactly the same layout as this.
Oh yeah.
There's a ladder at the bottom of that.
Yeah, that's escape hatch. We, when we first went to that base, we didn't come in on the inside. We found that first.
Oh,
And it was in the middle of a bramble bush, so we climbed all through bushes and down the ladder, and then we found the easy way out.
yeah.
So what are all your names then, left to right? Because you're going to be on YouTube, so you might as well name
I'm
yourself.
Sophie.
Sophie.
Megan.
Sophie and Megan from Luton.
There you go.
Them two are camera shy now, they've got to speak. Sophie and Megan from Luton, and them two are camera shy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, let's see.
Yeah, so the escape ladder's down there. Got some mozzies.
So
Yeah.
improvised with doors, bits of doors and stuff. That's just the escape hatch. It's a fairly modern hatch on that one though.
Is it?
Yeah, it's new.
So they've been spending money on this base then, haven't they?
They've put new brickwork round it and a new hatch.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah. The door's well done.
Yeah, they've had an issue with flood. That's probably why it's got a new hatch.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool.
But the electrics are fairly modern.
Yeah, they are.
You know, the trunking's not that old.
Yeah, it's all.
Yeah. So,
That was a little stalk, but wasn't it?
what's the contactor for? What's the contactor for? I don't know.
A heater.
An heater?
Heater contactor.
No, it was Sophie and Megan one.
Sophie and Megan from Luton,
An
yeah.
heater. She wasn't here.
No.
No. Do we want to survey this or see if
Well, we'll have a look around it and then we'll go up there, see what that is, because that looks
something
different.
more interesting?
Well, hang
But this has been
Smashed to bits.
Smashed to bits, but it's been modernised at some point.
Yeah, what's that for?
Yeah.
Ah, cisterns and basins and all that.
Yeah.
They have modernised it, haven't they?
See, look. Little portholes, it does.
Yeah.
You know, something different, little round window in the door.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
And your mum likes this apparently.
Oh yeah. Your mum likes this.
No, what's that network trail? I wonder if they have like little baths in here or something, because it's like a strange layout.
Little bath.
I don't know. They've had a radiator on there,
Yeah.
and then that's been a toilet. Has it been like a one-man toilet room or something? Disabled toilet. That's what it is. They put a disabled toilet in
Why?
because it's big and it's got a little lower sink look.
Well, it has a low sink, yeah.
So the lower sink and the toilet. That's why.
So I wonder if it's
put all this
been used for civilian purposes after it shut as an airbase.
Maybe. Yeah, it's got the. Yeah, disabled alarm, disabled toilet. Yeah.
Wow.
Keep going. I reckon we've got. Hey Siri, when is sunset today?
Sunset will be at 15:52 today.
Alexa, Siri, what time is it now?
25 past.
So we've got about half an hour before it's dark.
Barrack blocks.
Yeah, well, what's that one? Well, that looks like a mess, doesn't it?
It's a big block, is that one? USAFE.
Yeah. It's quite strange to be on one of these bases and there be no security or anything to sort of.
A more relaxed atmosphere, isn't it?
Yeah, totally. The kids just wandering about and that.
They're all there.
Alright, pipe pit hole.
Ah, I missed Daffy Duck.
Daffy Duck. Is that like a boiler house again? It's got big headers in.
Headers are used on heating systems to control the flow rate of the heating water. They are often fitted to larger boiler houses that supply multiple buildings.
Oh, I can't see what that says. Heritas or something, I'm too close. So that is a firing range. It's now a horse pen. Should you check this block out?
It just looks like a barrack block with the rooms. It don't look like a mess hall to me.
No. We'll check that out. Then we'll check that sergeant's mess out looking thing.
Yeah.
And then we'll just do a H block because they look a bit different and that block there looks different.
Yep.
So we'll check them out.
That's where we came out of, wasn't it, one day?
The United States Air Force in Europe was heavily active at RAF Upwood between 1981 and 1994. The host squadron was the 10th Tactical Reconnaissance Wing of the USAF.
I'm pacing about, they're not...
Yeah.
They're not filming and picking stuff in.
No. That girl had white trainers on. You come sell somewhere like this with white trainers on.
Yeah.
And I looked and they were clean. I thought, how did they do that?
So how far is it from Luton?
Yeah, compared to my shoes.
How far is it from Luton?
Luton, about an hour in a car.
Yeah, barrack block. Big one. Big barrack block.
Big barrack block. This would have been noisy. In the morning it would have smelt of everybody else's deodorant and hairspray, and there'll always be someone with a ghetto blaster. There'll always be a loud corporal.
Somebody using Brook 33.
Brook 33, so the full wing will stink of Brook. Bedding store. We're kind of... This is it. We're on the way back from a different explore. And we wanted to hit this place up because its battery's flat. We wanted to hit this place up because it's getting bulldozed. Long and short of it is another couple of months this will be gone. And we haven't got time to really come back because we both work full time and stuff like that. And I'm trying to put camera battery on back to front. Please bear with me while I'm doing the technical difficulties of YouTube. Yeah, so we don't have time to come back because in a couple of weeks this will all be gone. Because they're prepping it for demolition. They've pulled all the windows out, they've pulled all the doors out. Most of the fixtures and fittings have been pulled out, and this will just get telehandlered. You know, like they pulled all the sinks out, everything. It's just pulled to bits. See, these H blocks are slightly different to what I'm used to with the brick fire escapes. I've not seen those before. What do you want to look at next? So that was just a massive accommodation block, wasn't it?
Yeah, this is just another accommodation block.
Yeah.
So
Don't
we
really
need
need
to
to go in
find something more interesting.
Yeah, I mean, if we had time
We'll do them all.
to, yeah, we'd do them all, but we've got about half an hour of sunlight, so
Green.
it's quite deep as well. You'd certainly snap a knee if you fell in it. Yeah, this is it. I saw the pipework and I thought, what's that? Wonder if it was like a header room or like a auxiliary pump room.
Well, if this was the airfield,
Ah, firefighting perhaps.
I think could be the pump room for that. Look at this.
That's, oh, what's his name?
And some,
He was in one of the, he was in the Hammer horror movies.
yeah. And somebody's made a mess of it and painted over the eyes.
Yeah, leave a comment if you know who that guy is. I can't remember his name. He was in the Hammer horror movies and a Fatboy Slim video. Can't remember his name. But yeah, if you do know, leave a comment. I'm always alert to noises and people and stuff because a lot of the places we go to, they don't necessarily want visitors. So we're always alert to voices, people and stuff. Whereas here, it's just game on, just do what you want. So
Coming down, Paul. Slipping.
yeah, who's doing the Scooby-Doo set off there, weren't you?
Yeah, Scooby-Doo, where are you? Okay.
Well, this is shaped like a hopper.
It is. Ah. A second boiler room. Look at that.
Whoa!
Yeah, now there's big old boilers.
That is one of them Robin Hood boilers that was at Lordline.
Yeah. And this is an old boiler. This would have been coal fired originally, then oil fired.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
That's a big version of what was at
RAF Luton.
RAF Luton. Church Fenton. It was at Church
See,
Fenton.
it's brick lines. It's got brick.
Yeah, proper boiler, brick line boiler.
Yeah. In a combustion chamber there. And these are the flueways where the gases come through and heat up the water.
This is what they call a sectional boiler, where each pipe's a section, and then the more heating demand you need, you add more sections in the design. And then it's just bolted together with these big bolts, packed with asbestos gland packing, bolted together.
In fact, I should hazard to say all of this insulation on this pipework is asbestos.
I would agree.
That is hazardous.
Very hazardous
Not good for
indeed.
you.
But it's all wet in here.
Yeah, it's
So
not
it's-
dust at the moment.
No.
So
Let's get some stills in here because that's quite a cool shot, that. Right, so we're back outside. We've just been in this building, which was another boiler house, an additional boiler house. There's a man with a dog. And over here is what looks like a sergeant's mess. There's a H block layout. They're called H blocks because if you look at them from above, like on Google Earth, if you look up RAF Upwood on Google Earth and zoom in, or Google Maps satellite, it'll just look like the letter H. That's why they call them H blocks, for those that didn't know. And that looks like a sergeant's mess. Just go on the path again, just so we don't fall in any man traps. If you like the hoodie Dave's wearing.
If you would like to support the channel, please consider buying some merchandise. We've got t-shirts, hoodies and face masks available currently, with more to come. Details for the merchandise are in the description box below.
I think this is just the same as that other big accommodation block that's where we came in, the other block. It's just, yeah, it's just accommodation, unfortunately.
Yeah, not actual like mess rooms and that. The mess rooms are more interesting than, because these are just bathrooms, toilets and rooms where people lived and slept and stuff. Yeah, it's the same as that other one, isn't it? It's just the front of it looked different, but the rooms are big, which makes me believe. So I mean, there's two fitted wardrobes here. So this was like a two-man room, two-man mess. It's really sad to see bases in this sort of state, because they're just so unloved, and just all the memories and people and relationships that are formed in places like this between friends or, you know, anything else. There was children grew up on bases like this, because you had scalies, which were like the families. Then you had scaly brats, which are the RAF kids, grew up in bases like this. So this is a blast wall configuration as we're going in, or a noise attenuating wall.
Yeah, it's what we thought, it's a generator room.
Generator room, so it's a noise attenuation wall, which is, all intents and purposes, it is like a sound wall to stop the sound of the engine that would have been on this bed going bab 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 all night, from waking everybody up and just literally doing everybody's heads in. Not a lot left. An old white sign there that's been smashed. A heater on the wall, and then just a bed where the engine was. Lifting beams for servicing the said engine. And then the pipe and cable pit where the cables coming out the alternator would have gone into some switchgear here and then off to power the essential services of the airbase, which were like air traffic control, runway lighting. Then it was auxiliaries like street lighting, your accommodation blocks and that sort of thing. HQ bunker would have been way up there as well, but generally the HQ bunkers had their own generator as well. You can see there where the coal hopper has been reused as the oil storage. So as the fuel types have changed, can you see the concrete layout there? And they've bricked it up, and they've put oil tanks on and used it as part of the bund system. And then that's changed again into when they've put gas in, and you can see the gas flues from the gas boilers. Well, these aren't H blocks. Well, that looks different. What's that? That in accommodation. I think that's where the officers' mess was. That was demolished. I think it was J Dixon put up that getting demolished. I'm sure it was J Dixon. If it wasn't, I apologise. But I think it was him. He regularly comes here and puts pictures up of the sort of progress. Now this reminds me of the sort of snooker rooms up there and all the Naafi. Yeah, Naafi in the school and all that. Parquet floor that's been pulled up. This is just the adhesive that was below it. So this is, there's like Pingu there, Pingu on acid. It's quite cool. like an angry sort of shark, wolf type thing there. I'm not sure what that's about. So I must stress I don't do graffiti, but there isn't much else to show you. It's pretty ripped out, pretty. Now that is quite retro. The old Heshamine wallpaper. Stairs don't look the best. Might find a different way upstairs. Not quite sure what these rooms were used for. I'll get an idea in a minute. I think they're just like admin offices. The old 70s carpet design. Sort of sinister chimney with the gas building up there in the skylight. Little room. That's the cupboard under the stairs, the Harry Potter room. There's a pigeon. There's pigeons above. I will leave them alone. Don't want to unsettle them. I'm blue. Not sure. I'd put dartboard at the end. Don't know what it was actually used for, but I'd say dartboard. See where they've had skylights and they've concreted over them. Don't know if they've added a room on top, like a floor on top. So would have been a really grand picture on there at some point. I'm pretty sure these were sort of senior people's, so sort of sergeants or above, accommodation and messing, because it's got all picture frames built in, and your usual sort of airmen didn't get that sort of luxury, so that gives this away as something along those lines of sort of senior NCO. It's not the officers' mess because that got demolished recently. That is the officers' mess. Is that big pile of bricks there? That's what was left of the officers' mess. There was a similar one to this at Church Fenton. Has that been a pre-memorial or something? It's had something on it, hasn't it? So that was the building we've just been in. RAF Upwood, sort of battle honours or something like that.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure that's where the officers' mess was.
Yeah, I think it was.
And then that's the sort of sergeants, senior NCO's mess there.
Cool.
I'm just going to check this one out, because it's going to end up like that soon. Ah, these are big mess rooms.
Right, so I'm thinking this room that we're in now, and this full building in fact, used to be mess rooms, and it was later converted into either classrooms or briefing rooms. If you know of any further details for this particular building, please leave a comment below, and if you used to serve at RAF Upwood, please leave a comment. So as we're looking round now, I believe to the right at the floor area there, I believe that used to be sort of a teaching pedestal area. We've got the sort of office type carpet, and then that used to have like a blackboard or a whiteboard on it.
Yeah, this has been a briefing room as well. Up here, I think it's toilets. That's what it's turning into, new houses. This is what it was, RAF Accommodation. Well, that concludes our visit to RAF Upwood. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't, please consider subscribing and check out my social media as well. And I'll be back every Tuesday and Thursday, 8 PM. If you've got a place or a location that you want me to visit and film and make into a documentary style video for you, send me a DM on Instagram or contact me at alwexploration@gmail.com. Bye bye forever, RAF Upwood.
Looking over my shoulder, looking back at your door. In my head it goes over and over. Should I leave?